If anyone joined newly for this session? Is anyone joined newly for this session? Else everyone is the daily joining, like all our old people only. If any new people is joined, can please let me know.
Yeah, hi Venkat, this is Praveen. I am today only.
Yeah, Praveen. Yeah, you can you can connect me offline today. I will ping you. I will ping my phone number is here. So if you need my older older videos recorded session for the previous sessions, this is the 5th session. 4 sessions has been happened. So if you need any sessions like recorded videos, previous sessions, then you can connect me. And moreover, the actual part of SQL has started on yesterday only. Before 3 sessions as related to the DBMS introduction, then why we need the DBMS? The related to the project we have discussed. And the first session is the overview of the training. Second session is the project related things. Third session is the DBMS advantage and why it has been introduced to the market. Okay. Yesterday onwards, the actual start of the school has been started. Then if you need, you can connect me over offline, then we can talk.
Yeah, sure, Venkat. After this call, I will connect you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
This is my WhatsApp number, and so this is my personal number also. You can connect me at any time. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday we have discussed about the character objects, right? Character database data types. So today we can complete remaining data types which are built in. So we can discuss about the number data type now. Number data type. Okay. Number data type. Number data types used to store the numeric data into a table, into a column or table. So by using these data types, if you want to store any numeric data, we can store by using these data types. So we have 2 number data types. I mean, to store the numeric data, we have 2 data types. One is number data type, another one is the integer data type. So number data type, the syntax of number data type is number open parenthesis precision comma scale. So we can declare like number p comma s. Okay. The p is indicates the actual value. S is indicates the, we can call it as a, in real time, p is a precision, s is a scale. So p is a actual value, s is a decimal value. It refers to the decimal value, p refers to the actual value. So we use this number data type to store the numeric or number data into a column. It is a dynamic data type. So yesterday, you know, right, guys, what is the dynamic and what is the fixed length data type? Can I get any answer from anyone? What is dynamic and what is fixed length data type?
Fixed length space.
Sorry?
Fixed length will be consuming all the bytes, but in dynamic, it depends upon the byte to be consumed. Like if there are having 5 characters, it will only consume 5 bytes. But in the fixed, it will come.
Yeah, very good. See, fixed length data type is nothing but if you declared 20 bytes, if you declared here, for example, here you declared 10 bytes, care of 10 bytes, but you have Venky. Venky is the string which you are inserting into the column. So Venky is 5 bytes. Remaining 5 bytes is there. So what the fixed length data type will do? Remaining 5 bytes will store as blank space. So the storage will get waste. So that is not variable string length data. So the fixed length data type will store the it's apply the trailing blank space the remaining space. Whereas in dynamic data type, so if you inserted Venky's 5 bytes, remaining 5 bytes, the dynamic data varchar2 is a dynamic data type. The varchar2 data type will send back to the remaining 5 bytes to the hard disk. So it won't apply any blank space for the remaining 5 bytes. So here automatically the storage will get less in case of fixed length data type. So it will store the data. Dynamic data type stores the data based on the variable length. So here only 5 bytes if you are inserting, then it will take 5 bytes. If you are inserting 6 bytes, then it will take 10 bytes, even though if you are declared 10 bytes. Okay. So this is also dynamic data type. So the maximum size is 38 bytes. The maximum size is you can store 38 bytes. For example, there is a student number column. Student number column. You have declared as number of 20. But you have inserted only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it is 5 bytes. 5 bytes. But you have declared how many bytes? How many bytes we have declared, guys?
20.
20. So how many bytes we have inserted into the column?
5.
Remaining how many bytes we do have?
15.
15 bytes. So what number data type will do? The remaining 15 bytes, it won't consume and it won't apply the blank space. It will send back to the database. The remaining space will be sent back to the database. So here, obviously, the storage will get saved. This is called a dynamic data type. For example, if it is fixed length data type, if you insert only 5 bytes, the remaining 15 bytes will apply the blank space. So for here 15 bytes is waste. For example, there are 1000 rows, 1000 into 15, 15,000 bytes will get waste, right? In case of the fixed length data type. So that's the reason always we used to use the dynamic data types only. So I explained to you yesterday what is the case of use the fixed length data type also. Okay. Now I have declared SL number is 20. So it will, for example, as number data type is 4. So how it will accept? The acceptance of data minus 4 digits means minus 999 to 999 it will accept. That means 1 to 999 till 999 it will accept. Else minus 1 to minus 999 it will accept. Because we have declared the size is 4 bytes. If you declare 5 bytes, then it will take minus 999 to 999. 999. Okay, got it? Got it, guys?
Yes.
1 second, guys. Okay, sorry guys, I got one call. Next, for example, my column is, I am like salary column. Salary. I have declared as number data type. So here, did I declare any precision? Did I declare any precision, guys?
Yes, 4 is precision.
No, 4 is the actual value. So precision is not mandatory, guys. Precision is not mandatory. I explained you right yesterday.
Scale is not mandatory or precision is not mandatory.
Sorry, scale is not mandatory. We have declared the precision. See, yesterday I have explained you guys, right? The angular brackets is the option. Parenthesis is the mandatory one. So here optional of yes. That means scale is the optional. That's our wish to declare or not. Okay. So now salary column I have declared 7, 2. So here scale is 2. 7 is precision. So here 7 is the precision, 2 is the scale. Okay. So here we didn't declare the scale because scale is not mandatory. Scale is the angular brackets, whatever you will put for any language in our software. That is a not mandatory. Parenthesis is the mandatory. So here I haven't declared the scale. That's the reason I didn't mention the decimal values like this. So scale is representing the decimal values, right? So here, how it will accept? Can someone tell me how it will accept?
7 digits precision it will accept, and scale 2 digits it will accept.
No. So precision will indicate the total number of rows. That means 5 bytes is the precision. The remaining 2 bytes is the scale. So the 7 will indicate the total number of a numeric data. So here total is 7 nines, right? 1 total. So within this 7, 2 bytes are the scale. So 7. So yeah, what you have to think, within the 7, whatever declare the scale, that will get minus for the precision. So here 7 minus 2, 5. 5 bytes are the precision. 2 bytes are the scale. So it will accept. Triple 992 or else minus 992. Sorry, 59 star decimal value of 2. Here, guys, I will show you practically. No worries on that. Clear? Do you want me to explain again?
Clear.
So now let us. Yeah.
Kishore, this side. So, is this particular to Oracle, or these data types and conditions all are very similar to all the data types like DBT, SQL Server, Teradata, all these kind of databases?
Yeah. See, all are the same for the database. So for every database, SQL is a common, but there will be some slight differences around 1 to 2%. 98% of the syntaxes and these conditions, everything is the same. Some 2%, for example, we can declare maximum columns for the SQL in Oracle, 1000 columns for a table. But in case of MS SQL Server, 1024 we can declare. And some syntax perspective, here we can declare varchar 2. We can declare varchar and varchar2. But in MS SQL or some SQL Server, varchar2 only it will allow. We do have both. So if you are doing any wrong in the syntax, you know that it will show here itself. Example, I am creating one table. So I declare as a syntax. For example, for here, if you see, I mention here, you can see one underline, one small red line. The tool itself indicates you have to mention from. The same way we do have MS SQL servers and MySQL, DB2, Teradata. For everything there will be a tools connected to the data and work on it. That's no need to worry. All the SQL is the same database. So Oracle is the part of SQL and PLSQL both. So PLSQL is a procedure language where we can implement the multiple logics at a time. That is extension of the PLSQL. So SQL is the common language for all database technologies. So you no need to worry. PostgreSQL, SQL, DB2, Teradata, everything.
Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Next, let us see practically whatever we discussed. Let us see practically. Here.
So moving forward, you'll be also suggesting or sharing how to download or practice this, I mean, like the server. Is that right?
You mean to software? You mean to software?
Yeah, software. The one which you
after
doing.
See, after 1 week, see, I think everyone knows that this session is the like a free session till 7 to 8 days. Later, I will confirm you like when you need to, after the sessions, when you need to enroll. That's your wish, whether you need to enroll it or not after the free sessions. So if you want to enroll and continue it, then you have to enroll. So those things I will show you on the class of the last day of the free session.
No, okay? My question was regarding this server, yeah, the one which you are doing, yeah, showing us on the live.
Yeah, that's what I am telling you. Okay. 1 second. See, after the enroll, you will get all the software and how to install it and all the recorded sessions as well. This is not open free software, and this is not a free software also, but you no need to provide any pay for that. I will provide you the software as a free.
But Oracle is an open software, right? We can use it.
See, that is, you won't get the Oracle 11G, that all are archived now. So because of everything is moved to client. So sorry, cloud. Now you can't install, that will be like the systems are not enough to install of the cloud in our local missions. Okay, because we do use the 4 GB or 8 GB RAMs and 128 GB. So it's very hard to use. So in real time, they can install it, but still many organizations are using the still 11G and still they are trying to upgrade to 12C only. They haven't upgraded to this 18C, 19C so far. So even I used to working on my project still 11G only. So the 11G is not.
Even I am working on 12C in my personal laptop. We can install 12C or 18C.
Yeah, we can install it. What I am trying to say, so you may have the more configuration on the laptop. Other people, they may install of the some less configuration like i3 processor and the systems are very slow, right? So when they do install multiple languages, like in the study purpose. So that's the reason I used to suggest to install this Oracle 11G. That is more like even 1 GB RAM also, it will run.
Yes.
Yeah.
So coming sessions, you are going to explain us how much charge you are going to charge, or
these things we can discuss. This is not right place to discuss. If you want, you can connect me offline, because I think you joined as a newly. Already I discussed those things, everything. So that's not a worry. You can continue the session still. I confirm like tomorrow.
I missed it. Okay, sorry.
Enroll.
Thank you.
Okay. So I will confirm you the last session of the free day of the last session. Later you wish to whether if you want to continue, you can enroll it. Otherwise, you can drop off. That's not a problem. So I will confirm you the last day of the free session. Okay. Till my confirmation, you can continue the session. Okay. Let us create table as tab and create student number. Use a number data type. So what I am declaring as a 4 byte. Table is created. Let me insert the data. Insert into tab values. So I am inserting 1001. So it inserted. Can I insert like this? 10001. Can I insert like this, guys?
No. It is exceeded the size.
Yeah. So you should not. You can't able to insert the more than 4 bytes. So it will throw an error. Value larger than specified precision allowed for the column. That means whatever the specified the precision here, what is the specified precision is 4. That is larger than of the that is less than of the insertion of the bytes. So the value is larger. So you can insert the within the 4 bytes. So let us create table tab 1. Now, so SN number is, I'm declaring number of 7, 2. Now I have declared the precision also. Previously I haven't declared. So let us insert the data now. Select into tab 1 values. So 1001. You can see the data also. Select star from tab 1. So 1001 inserted. Tab 1, remember guys, tab 1 is we have declared the precision and scale both. Okay. Now, can I insert this one? This is the 7 bytes, right? Let me see. Value is larger than specified precision allowed for this column. So we have declared 7 bytes, right, for precision. Why it is not taking 7 bytes? 3, 3, 6, 7.
Even if you have declared precision as 7, the total count of is 7. So scale and precision both.
Yeah, that's correct. So when you declare the 7, 2, 7 indicates the total value which you are inserting along with the decimal values. So here the precision will take 5 bytes and the remaining 2 bytes will take scale. So the total 7 bytes will segregated as 2 parts based on the mentioned scale. Here mentioned scale is 2 bytes. So the 7 will segregated as 5 bytes the precision. Remaining by these 2 bytes is the scale. If you mention 3, 7 minus 3, that means 4 bytes is the precision. Remaining 3 bytes is the scale. So now you can see. Now it is inserted. Because I have divided 2 bytes at the scale and remaining 5 bytes of the precision. Now you can check the data also. See 1001 0011.11. Clear, guys? Any doubts?
Clear.
Now, next, this is one data type which we can use to store the data into the column for the numeric data. So one more data type we do have, that is integer. The syntax of the integer is just you have to declare column name, comma, int. So you no need to mention the size. Size is not mandatory for this. So we used to give size like this, right? For other data types. So for integer, you don't require to mention the size. That is not. This is the syntax, column and integer. So the integer, when you declared the Oracle server converted the integer data type as a number data type with the maximum size is 38 digits. So here the maximum size of number data type is 38 digits, right? That means 38 bytes. So here let me create table tab 2. So SL number of SL number of, just I am giving 40. See, number precision specifier is out of range. The minimum is 1 byte, maximum is 38 bytes. Because why it has thrown error here? We are declaring the more than 38 bytes, 48 bytes, right? So this is also clear. Now integer part. When you declare the integer, the integer data type will convert as number data type with the maximum size of 38 digits. So now create table tab 2, I am giving SL number. So SL number as integer. You no need to specify the size. That is a rule how the Oracle has or SQL has developed the Oracle Corporation. So now I have declared CNT. Tab 2. Let me create one more table is tab 3. Tab 3 and try to give the size. Try to give the size. Is it create, guys? Can we create the table with using the size of integer? Can we create, guys? To declare with the size of the integer. Here without size it has been created. So we can able to create with the size. So integer data type size I am giving 3.
We can.
Is it acceptable of the server or can we create like this? Please respond, guys. The session should be more interactive.
I think we can.
Can we hear my voice? I think somebody is singing.
Yeah, we can hear.
We can create?
Yeah, I think we can.
No. Why? Why we can't create? We already said, right? We should not declare the size. Here, column name, comma, data type. Syntax. As for the Oracle, we should not declare the size for the integer. So, how it will take? Here integer we created. How it will take, guys? Like, for example, how many is the size, how it will take for the integer? Can I get any answer from anyone?
Scale will be 0.
No. Description of 0, how we can insert the data? Can we try to insert now?
What is your question?
See, my question is, here we should not declare the size as per the Oracle. So, like this we have to create. We have to declare the integer data type like this. See, number data type, how we need to declare number comma size.
Correct.
So integer we haven't declared the size. That means because as per the Oracle we should not declare the size. If you try to declare, it will throw error. So we have to declare like column name comma data type. So now here if you mention the size, it will take total 7 bytes. Within the 7 bytes, 2 bytes is the scale. So here I haven't declared size. How Oracle server will assign the size for this integer data type? I have already made the statement for this. Can I get any answer from anyone?
38, I think.
Sorry?
38 size.
Yeah, very good. See, I already made the statement that integer data type will converted as number data type with the maximum size of 38 digits. So even you declare the integer data type, it will convert to the number. Let us see whether it is connected. To see the table structure, we have a command that description. That we have to give the DESC, description of table name. So table name is where we have declared integer tab 2. So give the tab 2. See, we have declared SL number, but it will convert to the number with the maximum size of 38 digit. So we have declared integer, right? SL number comma integer. The table is tab 2. Tab 2. Yes, we declare the integer, but Oracle server automatically converted into the number data type with the maximum size is 38 digits. That's what I made the statement here. Clear, guys? Any
Yes.
doubts on the integer data type?
No.
Next. What is next data type, guys? I think date time data types. Next, date time data types. Date time, else date and time data types. Data types. Okay. See here, within the date time data types, within the date time data types, we do have two data types again. One is date, another one is the timestamp. Timestamp. So date is used to store. Date is used to store date in a column. Date in a column. It accepts default format of the date. It accepts default format of date. The default format is for the Oracle. Our Oracle default format is DD MON YY. DD MON YY. This is the default format of the date as per our SQL. We can change this default format also, where we can change in functions. In functions, we can discuss here date functions, how to convert the date values into our own format, different formats. We can discuss these functions. Okay. We have like data types, character functions also is there, number functions also is there, date functions also is there, conversion functions, like that we do have functions. We can discuss there. So now, what a date, how to declare, like syntax of the date. Date is column name, comma date. So you should not mention the size of the date. You should not mention the size of the date. Okay. Next. So it accepts only date. Timestamp, why they have introduced timestamp? Here one drawback is there. What is the drawback? What is the drawback, guys? It unable to store the timestamp along with the date. Date and time. See whether here time is saving, guys. Time is storing. No, only date is storing. So to overcome this problem, Oracle has introduced timestamp data type. So it will allow to store. It will allow to store DD MON YY hours, minutes, seconds, FS, fraction of seconds. Like this, it will get stored. So here, date is used to store only date. Timestamp is used to store date and time. both. So why we require timestamp, why we require date, when to use, those and all we can discuss now. Those and all we can discuss. So let us take one example. Like if you take any banking project, so if you have opened the account, so they must be store your data. They must be store your data. They must be store your data, right? So what and all they will store? Data. What and all they will store? Let us take as a table example. Table column is account number one column, F name one column, L name one column, first name last name. Next, open date. That means account open date. Then checks. Then mobile number. Then address. These are the columns. Okay. Now we declared as a year open date. So that has to, this is the table which is storing the user data. I mean account open. Who are the users for the bank? Who is having the account in the bank? Those all are the users for the bank. So one more table they required. That is transaction table. So transaction table, how it will get stored? Account number, date of transaction. This is the OPD we can call in real time. Open date. Date of transaction is DOT. Date of transaction and area where they have transaction. Like that, many columns. So here, open date. Open date means when they have opened the account. By that time, I need to save their date details when they have. So here I can use date data type for the, because I don't require to save the minutes and hours also, because date is required when they have joined the or else open the account. So I can declare date. Let us come to the main part now. Transaction. So the user went. User is nothing but who is having the access to the bank. They are the users for the SBI bank or some other banks. So the user went and have done the one transaction on 15th, yesterday, 22 and 22. They have transaction on ATM. One ATM called Hyderabad or else Bangalore or ATM. Some other area you can mention. ATM of Hyderabad one you can take. Within the Hyderabad city, Madhapur, Punjab, like that. Punjab. Next, second one is same day he has done one more transaction. At the ATM of Amirpet. Again he has done one more transaction on the ATM same day. Here he has done the transaction on Sanat Nagar. Again he has done one more transaction same day. ATM of Yerragadda. So now he has taken here some 10,000 rupees amount. Here 120,000 rupees amount. ATM, transaction ATM. So here 15,000 amount. Here 120,000. So here he has done 5,000 amount. But you know, sometimes the ATM servers cannot work. Banking servers with the link of ATM servers cannot work. So Here transaction is successful. Here transaction is what happened? Amount is detected from the account, but amount not come out. So he can't able to take the amount. That means he didn't receive from the amount from the ATM, but transaction has completed. The transaction is successful, but amount he hasn't received. He hasn't received the, or else transaction successful, but amount not received. Amount not received, but amount not received, but amount has detected in the account. Amount has detected in the account. Next, here transaction successful. Okay, everyone is understood, guys, for this example. Here received the amount from the ATM. Here received the amount from the ATM. Here he received from the amount from the ATM. But in one case alone, this case alone, 20,000 case alone, the branch of ATM is Amirpet. The amount has not received, but amount has detected in the account. Clear, guys? Clear this example? Can someone tell me? Are you clear? Everyone is clear at this example, guys?
Yeah, clear.
Now,
Yes.
here. So sometimes automatically the amount, if you didn't receive the amount automatically will again credit it into the account, right? Sometimes. But now my situation is amount has not credited. Amount has not credited back. Not credited to the account back. So now I have waited 2 days, but still not credited. So what I need to do? I need to go to the branch and I need to put the complaint that this transaction so and so date, I have done the transaction in Amirpet 20,000, but amount has detected from my account. But still 2 days has completed, but still amount has not credited to the back to my account. Not credited to back to my account. So if you go and tell this date, till date, this date, but we have declared the date of transaction is date column, date data type. If you declare date of transaction column is date data type, it will store only data. It will store only date values, not timestamp. Timestamp in the sense hours, minutes, these things. So it will store only date. So if you go and put complaint in this ATM, in Amirpet ATM, daily the daily transactions are flowing out around 1 lakh transactions. Around 1 lakh transactions. So is it possible to check? See here date, right? So here you haven't declared the, if you declare date, it will store only date. It won't store the time and hours. So if you go on to put complaint that this date I have done the transaction, amount is not credited back, but amount is detected. So is it possible to check 1 lakh records? Because they have to find out, right? They doesn't know in which time the transaction has been done. So they can't able to check. Is it possible to check 1 lakh records, guys? To figure out the transaction details? Is it possible, guys?
No.
No. So what we used to do, The date of transaction we declared as a timestamp because it will store date and time both details. Date and time both details. Now I go and I went. So the slip is showing that we will get slip, right? So you went with the slip. So the slip, even if you go with the slip on by using the date also, that will show only date. So the slip will show at what date that he has done the transaction and what time also it will show. Because we declare the timestamp. So now you can directly check, right, on the time. On time transaction has been done. Can you find out very easily with the time? Within the 1 lakh records?
Yes.
So that's the reason the importance of timestamp is we use like this. So here transaction many people will done. So time should get stay for this. So we can use the date of transaction for the timestamp data type. Let us take one more example. The example 2 is, so I think many people in this session is already working people. Okay. In our software companies, so 9 hours is for login time. For login time. 9 hours is our login time. That means you have to maintain 9 hours per day. 9 hours per day your work. 9 hours per day your work. Then only they will approve your time sheet. Am I right, guys? Some organization, they set rule like Infosys, Wipro, this all. 9 hours we have to show our timestamp in our time working day, our working hours in our time sheet. Is it right, guys?
8 hours?
Sorry?
Isn't it 8 hours?
Yeah, 8 hours or 9 hours. With the lunch break, they will calculate 9 hours. 8 hours or 9 hours. We have to show the working day. How many works you have worked on the day? The total should be 8 hours. So it should be calculated in our time sheet. Then only they will approve your time sheet. Your manager will approve. For example, if I use, so how it will measure by using the access. So for every organization, I will put in and out access points based on the access card. So they will provide you an access card when you join the organization. So if you want to enter the organization company, you must put the in access. If it is accept, then only it will allow to you enter into the organization. Okay. So now if I take the tracking details, date data type. So what it will store? Only date it will store. So in you have done date. If you declare in as out and out as also date. In also date and out also date. So now how it will calculate when you have logged in and when you are logged out. Here logged in, this one when you are logged out. So if you use the date data type, whether it will store the timestamp? No. Whether it will store the timestamp? No. So if it will store the only date, so how it will measure when you are logged in and when you are logged out? So it's not possible to measure, right? So the total working day for hours is calculated in organization first in and last out. First in and last out. First in and last out. Because you may enter into the organization many times, you may come out for breaks or smoking or lunch or anything. Anything you will come, and many times you will go and many times you will come out. So the working hours, how it will measure first in and last out. So now I have declared the timestamp. Timestamp here. Timestamp data. Here also I declare the timestamp hour. So here, what it will store? It will store the along with the date. So now my when I have logged in 9:23 minutes and 30 seconds. So here, so for example, I have logged out at 6:20, 10 seconds. So now system can understand that can it is take the like measure how many hours he has logged in the worked in the day. Is it possible to measure? Can system possible to measure these values? How many days? How many hours he has worked for the day? Is it possible or not?
Yes.
Because of timestamp. When he has logged in the for day, when he have logged out for the day. So now it will take 9 hours 23 has logged in and 6:20 is he has logged in. The difference between the time here, for example, 12 around 4.5 hours, here around 6 years. So 10 hours he has logged in for the day. Then it will measure and it will show in the timestamp. It will show in the time sheet on the same day, so that your manager can understand that he has worked on the 22 day, 10 hours. Then he can approve the timestamp. So the importance of timestamp you understood, right? When we have to use date in our organization, we have joined the company. That is called date of join. Date of join. You have joined the company and today something. Then you have to declare the date of join as date, because year timing is not required. We need to know when that employee joined, when date, because of to measure the experience for the employee. So here I will declare as date. Then it will take like this. So after 1 year, so the same day, it will show 1 year experience. If it is 2 years, if it is 2 years, then 2 years experience. So the requirement of date and timestamp you understood, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry guys. Power gone in my home. So sorry, so sorry. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
So now you understood, right? When to use date data type, when to use timestamp data type.
Yes.
Clear, guys? Everyone is understood. This is the first example. This is the second example. Any doubts
Yes.
on this timestamp data type, guys? Okay, let us see practically now. Let us see practically now. So create. Can you see? Can you able to see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Let us see practically. Create table. Create table. Table name something is. We can call it as something. We can give as some tier. So now the number is number data type. His number is number data type, comma, date of join is number data type. Sorry, date data type. Date of transaction, timestamp data type. So you no need to declare the size for date and time for like integer. So table is created. So now you can see. So to check the table, to check the table structure, we can use description, DESC. See now. Timestamp, by default, how much it has taken, guys? 6 bytes. So now you no need to know about the sizes here because we always use in our real time. We use the sysdate because the transaction has to take as per the system date because system will calculate 907 23 seconds. Again, after 1 minute, it will change. So we use always declare the sys. Sysdate is, see there is a function called sysdate, guys. Sysdate. Sysdate is a date function. Date function. It will return the current date and time. Okay. Sysdate is a date function. It will return current date and time. So now insert the values. Insert into TR values. So some E number I am giving some 100, comma. So I am declaring sysdate. Sysdate again. TR values. See, one row inserted. Again 200. So now see the data. Select star from TR. See. What is this, guys? Date of join, why it has taken this one. Date of transaction, why it has taken this one. I have given for both the sysdate only, no? Why it has taken like this and why it has taken like this. Can I get any answers from anyone?
Because of data type mentioned. It was date and timestamp.
Data type mentioned. But sysdate has to, what sysdate will do? Sysdate will return the current date and time, right? So why, even though I have mentioned the date of joining also sysdate, but it has written only this one. So you no need to enter the date here because SysData, if I use, it will return the current date and time. No. So here it has written current date and time. But in date of join, it has not written the current date and time. Why? May I know the reason?
It's a date data type.
Yes, very good. So we have used date only. So when you declare SysDate, so it will return total only, but you have declared the date. That means within this data, it will take only the date. It won't take time and hours. If here we declare timestamp, so that's the reason it has taken the timestamp also. So date function, see, SysDate is returning this one. No, SysDate is returning this one, but I have declared mine as date. Minus date of join as date. So what is date is here? SysDate is returning this one. What is date, guys? This is the date. So it will take only this date of join. In case of date of transaction, I have declared timestamp. So what it will take? Timestamp will, what it will take, guys? Timestamp. It will store date and time along with the fraction of seconds. So now, what is the date and time along with the fraction of seconds? This whole is the date and time along with the fraction of seconds. So it will take this one. Based on the data type, it will take the data in the returning. So see, previously, we used to insert the data like 5 bytes, 4 bytes, right? So here, the same way, the returning content of this SysDate is this one. But the date you have declared, so only date it will take. If you declare date and timestamp, then it will take date and along with the time fraction of seconds as well. That's the reason here this 000 star indicates fraction of seconds. So it won't take the fraction of seconds. Always it returns 000 only. It won't return 20 seconds, 30 seconds like that. Even if you declare, even if you insert now, 3. See, it won't take. Always it will take hours, minutes, seconds. Fraction of seconds, always it will take the 0. If it is AM it will return. If it is PM it will return. Clear, guys? Difference between the time, date of join and date of transaction, how it will take. Timestamp and date, how it will work.
Here one question. As you are using SysDate, in one place.
Your voice is not clear.
So what I'm saying, am I audible?
Yeah, fine, but it was very audio low is very, like audio is very low.
Okay, now is it good?
Yeah, tell me, no worries, tell me.
Yeah, what I was saying was that in the example you are showing that 200, SysDate and SysDate. Although the SysDate is nothing but date data type. So one place it is showing date, the other SysDate is showing the time.
Yeah, that's what I said, right? See, this is not SysDate. This is called as a system date. SysDate we can call as a SysDate function. So SysDate means sys means system and date. So it will return the current date and time. Okay. So now here we have declared date of join. What we have declared date of join? Date. So what date will store? What date will store?
Only date.
Only date. That's the reason it has taken only date.
Okay.
Here date of transaction I have declared timestamp.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Date of timestamp. What timestamp will do? It will store date along with the time. That's the reason it has stored date and along with the time as well.
Got it. Thank you.
Clear, guys? We have only 15 minutes. So date is completed. Now large objects data type. So this one and this one very rare we use. The importance to use I will let you know. And row it is these two, these three. So tomorrow let me complete one topic now. So tomorrow we can start the sub-language, DDL, DML, DCL, these things tomorrow. Okay. Today let me complete the large objects data types. Large objects. So I am simply writing LOB, large objects data types. Okay, large objects data. So this one is the timestamp. Next to large object. So large objects data types are used to store large objects. That is called image, video, graphics, text, audio. This it will be large, right? The size of this is large, right? So that is the reason we is called as a LOB, large objects data types. So large objects data types is used to store image, video, graphics, text, audio. Okay. So now the maximum size 4 gigabytes. The maximum size is 4 GB. So these are dynamic data types. So it will take variable string data based on the insertion of, if you are inserting 1 GB, then it will take 1 GB only. Remaining 3 GB, it will send back to the database. So there are B file, BLOB, CLOB, NCLOBs are the large objects. So we have already discussed yesterday CLOB, character large objects. So now we will discuss these two things. What is B file? What is BLOB? What is B file? What is BLOB? So B file is used to store the location of the image and other files, and used to identify the locations of the image or files through the procedures. So where we use this B file is, we cannot use in SQL. We cannot use in SQL. We will use this one in PLSQL. We cannot use in SQL. So through procedures means procedures we will get in PLSQL. So this is the PLSQL concept. So we never use in SQL. Okay. So what B file is used to store the location of the image and other files. So BLOB is used to, BLOB data type is same as a B file data type, to store the unstructured binary large objects. Unstructured binary large object. Unstructured binary large objects is nothing but these things only. So we cannot measure that this is having one structure. Can we measure for these things? Can we measure, guys?
No.
No. So B file and BLOB is same, but B file is store the location where that video is there. BLOB is used to store the actual file into the database in our operating system. So both are the sizes 4 GB only. So let me show you in real time. See, here Here, this is one video. This is, yeah. Let us take as this one is one video, right? This one is one video. So what B file is to do? B file is used to store this location where this movie is located in the our operating system. Okay. What is BLOB is to do? BLOB is used to store this actual file into the operating system. Clear? Clear, guys? What is BLOB? What is B file? Did you got it? B file is used to identify the location of the the location of the file. Clear, guys? Anyone is having any doubt on B file and BLOB? It will save the path. That's it. B file is the save the path.
What will be the syntax?
Yeah, I will let you know. I will let you. Easy to understand, sir, whatever I explained. So now the syntax, you no need to know if you are looking for only SQL. We can discuss this one. I will show you in PLSQL through the procedures how you need to store it also. So now the storage of the maximum storage 4 GB for B file and the maximum storage 4 GB for BLOB. The syntax you need to give. The syntax you need to give for B file. Here B file syntax is image BLOB. Image BLOB. So B file, you no need to declare it. You need to, like, through the references, you have to references to this one. So we can discuss that part in the PLSQL. How to declare the BLOB. Sorry, B file. How to declare the B file. So BLOB is used to declare like this. Syntax, image, or any other column name. This is the column name. And CLOB. Now take an example. So if you are opening the account, they will ask you to give your photo also, right? Am I right? If you are opening the account in bank.
Yes.
Why they used to ask you? To identify the user. To identify something is went wrong, whether the correct person is coming to the bank or not for transaction. So to identify the person or user, they used to ask the photo. So what they will do with that photo? They have to store into their database. Okay. The file, those things, how they will insert by using this BLOB and B file. Using this BLOB, B file. B file is used to where that file has located into the, whereas that file has located in the operating system. BLOB is used to store the actual file of the image or any binary data of the binary structure, something of image or graphics, anything. So let me show you the practical of BLOB. Create table tr1 of just to declare of image or video, declaring the BLOB. So you no need to give the site. Table is created. Now description of tr1. See, image BLOB. Got it my point, guys?
Yes.
Clear? So we can discuss how to insert actually into the database also. I will show like in PLSQL, I save an image in any folder here, any folder in the in operating system. Then I will show you how to push that file into the database operating system. Here you may get the requirement not only bank, not only for every organization. They used to ask if you are applying any bank exams or any competitive field, they will ask you to upload the image not more than this many KBs. Like that also they will mention, right? Not more than this many KBs. Restrictions. Next, how much time we do have? 3 minutes. Okay. Long and one more is, so we discussed, right? This one is completed. So large objects is completed. Next, raw and raw data types. Long and raw data types. So these all are we discussed that only. We discussed there only. But let me explain you. Now, long and raw data types. So long and raw data types used to store variable string data within the predefined length. So defined means we define the size, right? So it will, that is called variable string data is nothing but a dynamic data. So how much bytes you are inserting, that many bytes only it will insert. So this data types. So this is the dynamic data type. So there are 3 long and raw data types. One is raw data type, another one is long, another one is the long raw data types. So we never use these things. Instead of using this one, we use CLOB and BLOB because of some backward and forward compatibilities. So this is another subject, backward and compatibility. You no need to worry. Backward in the sense, like if you are upgrading your system with the older system, like from version 1 to version 2, but one file is having version 1, but that file still has to be open in version 2 also, even though that is before older version. That is called backward compatibility. Okay. So you no need to worry. So this is raw and size. So now you may ask me, the BLOB will store 4 GB and the B file is the 4 GB, but I don't want to declare and waste my data for the database because I am using only for image. If you are using videos, if you mention 4 GB, that's well and good. That cinemas or anything, if you are uploading for any albums, any movie, 2.5 or 2 GB, 3 GB, it will there. But your requirement is there in competitive field. So you have developed an application, a front-end UI using the Java technology or some other technology, but the database is our SQL. So now the competitive field, they won't apply any videos or graphics or text. So for every organization, we used to do only for image. So they will put some restrictions that image should not more than 120 KB, more than 300 KB or 1 MB, like that. I think if anyone applied for the any competitive exams, you will let you know. So you know this. So they will put. Why means because they don't want to waste their database. If you declare 4 GB, so if you are inserting only 100 KB, then remaining whole database is waste, right? Even though it is dynamic data type, so it's not requirement, right? So by that time, we use raw data type. Here, size is mandatory. Here, size is not mandatory. You just to declare it because automatically it will take 4 GB. So here, size is mandatory. Raw of size. The parenthesis is indicating that it's mandatory. So the raw data type used to store binary data such as image, graphics, and you must specify the size of the data type. So maximum size is 2000 bytes. So why they will put restriction for you more than 300 KB? Even if you put more than 300 KB, it won't take, because they declared as raw size. Raw size is 300 for the column. Raw size is 300 bytes for the column. 300 KB, kilobytes, not bytes also. 1 byte is 1024 kilobyte, right? So that means they will put only 1 byte like that. Got it? Why use raw size? That is also used to store binary data only. Structured binary data. Let us take as a TR to create. Column is image. Raw size is 1 byte. Table is created. Description of TR2. See, raw 1 byte. So now, how many to store the unstructured binary data? How many data types we have, guys? To store the unstructured binary data. One is, tell me, what and all we have to store the unstructured binary data?
Raw.
Sorry?
One of them is raw, RAW.
Yeah, raw. Half size you need to give. Next.
B file.
LOB we have.
BLOB. B file.
B file. So the same way, we have long raw also. Here raw is 2000 bytes only, no? So, but long raw is used to store up to 2 GB. It is also same. Binary structured data only will save. So it is the maximum size of long raw is 2 GB. The raw is 2000 bytes. B file and BLOB is 4 bytes. So what we used, Oracle is suggesting that instead of using long raw, use BLOB. So now long one more data type is there. So long is used to store. Long is used to store variable string data. So long is used to store the variable string data. Instead of that, use character large object. So it is used to store the string data, not binary. String data. It means character data. Use CLOB instead of that. So now we have BLOB and raw and long raw. Long raw. So what and all sizes, guys? What is the maximum size for raw?
2000 bytes.
Sorry?
2000 bytes.
2000 bytes. BLOB 4 GB.
4 GB. 2 GB.
B file
4 GB.
Long raw
2 GB.
2 GB. So these are all we use these things for the insert the data of the unstructured binary data. That is called image graphics, like text, full data. Next, if you are using the text data, if you are using the large objects of text data, what you need to use, guys? Large blocks of the text data. What we use? Large blocks of text data. CLOB. Character, right? String data. Text means string. Right? CLOB. Yesterday we discussed CLOB. Character large object. Okay. This 4 is used to insert the data into the operating system. Image, videos, graphics, audios, like that. Clear, guys? Any doubts? We never use much of these things. Only I said, right, 2-3 things. Store the image. That only we use. So, except row ID, all are completed. We can discuss on row ID tomorrow because time has moved. We can discuss row ID and we can start the DDL, DML, SQL things, SQL introduction things. Okay, guys, that's all for today's session. I'm ready to take the session doubts. Another 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. If you have any doubts, please let me know.
No doubt.
If you want to discuss with me, you can call me in offline. This is my number. Or else message me. Call or WhatsApp. If you want to get any details of this training. If anyone is joined newly. So anyone is having any questions, guys? Anyone is having any questions? Character is done, number is done, date time done, large object done, long and raw objects done. So character, what and all we do have in character? Data char, nchar, you no need to know these things. Leave about nchar, these all the things. Natural set, varchar and varchar and CLOB to insert the large objects because it is a 4 GB. So number data type we have number integer only. Date we have date and timestamp. So large objects we have LOB data types BLOB and B file CLOB. Next long and raw objects we have raw, long and long raw. So only row ID is left for the day. I thought to complete it, but no worries. We can complete the first 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of the row ID. Then we can start the SQL thing. So anyone is having any doubts, guys? I'm ready to answer. If not, then we can go to close the call. We'll meet on tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
So I mentioned my number. So if you need to discuss anything related to the training, you can ping me or call me for this number, WhatsApp or call. So you no need to worry if you want to join free also. Till I confirm either 7 days or 8 days, 9 days. Okay, today is the 5th day. Till my confirmation, you can continue the session freely. So after that, if you want to continue, so what I'm trying to tell that to continue after that, if you like my subject and it's useful for you, and you think that I'm telling everything as a practical. So I'm showing you, right? Tomorrow onwards, you will let you know what's the practical. Then you can enroll. Otherwise, you can drop off anytime. So you no need to pay anything for these pre-sessions. Okay. So if anybody want to get links on every day, please ping me. I will add you and I will send you the links till the free classes. Okay, guys, that's all for today's session. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.